No, Teddy did it. He pushed them, not me.
Teddy.
Hey.
We are on episode 10 of season 2 of Tales from the Darkside. This one's called Ursa Minor, about a killer teddy bear. Richard and Joanne are a couple that is having some problems. Joanne is the more mature one and is going to school, paying the bills, and getting her graduate degree to be a social worker. Richard, on the other hand, seems to drink and smoke, crack jokes, and has a secondhand shop where he builds things and sells them, but is not really bringing in a big income. Seeing the dynamic between these two is actually quite good, especially Richard. He does pull off this part where he comes off as likable, since you can tell he cares about his family and his daughter, but he's just too immature. They don't harp on this too much, but that's definitely what they're going for.
You went to sleep with a cigarette burning. You were drinking and you passed out.
Teddy did it.
It's not funny. I don't like it when you get smashed.
It also makes you think that maybe he might become the bad guy at the end, or the teddy bear is going to use him at the end to attack the family. So having kind of a charismatic but somewhat deadbeat dad is a good choice.
This morning I was late for class because I couldn't find my keys. Well, she hid them. And every time it is the same story. Teddy did it.
Aid.
When I get my master's, we can pay some bills. This shop of yours sure isn't going to help any.
The face of a man after a hard day of drinking, when he realizes his wife said something correct, but also mean. The little girl gets a teddy bear that she just calls Teddy, and odd things start happening around the house. She spills her porridge, probably referencing Goldilocks and the Three Bears, because really, who eats porridge? There's marks around the house of handprints of the teddy bear that the parents think Susie is doing.
Don't you lie to me, young lady.
Teddy did it. He was playing.
Stop that. I have just about had it.
Hey, relax.
And the mother, Joanne, tries to replace Teddy with an actual real doll, but Susie does not go for it. This is in some ways an average episode, but I think the dynamic between Joanne and Richard bring it up to at least a 6. And the ending has some good ideas. Of course, it's going to be a killer doll. The doll's evil. It was coming alive this entire time. But they reference something halfway through the episode where Richard tells his family about this bear skin that he has, and it kind of scares his daughter Susie. She's afraid this bear might actually come to life, but he reassures her, no, this is just a bear skin. It's dead. It's for sure not going to come back to life. Well, that's exactly what happens. After the mom starts stabbing Teddy and taking out his stuffing, the bear actually does come back to life and starts stalking them through this house, and it ends on a cliffhanger, a hopeless cliffhanger. I would have liked to see more of at least the bear costume. You just kind of see his hand. It's a good twist on the genre, because when she's wrestling around with this stuffed animal, it looks kind of silly. It almost always does, because the actress has to pretend like the little 1-foot bear is attacking her and has magical powers, and of course it doesn't. It's just the stuffed animal. The teddy bear seems to transfer his soul, a la Child's Play, into this bear skin. That's actually kind of a good idea, and I wish they had been chased around the house more with the bear, but we just see his hand smash through the bedroom door. So I think I'm going to give Ursa Minor a low 6. I do remember liking this episode a lot more when I first saw it, just because I like these type, but it actually has a good ending that I think they really should have extended for a couple minutes, or maybe had the last half them being chased around with this bear, because it's a lot more intimidating when you realize that this teddy bear can transfer his evil essence into other objects around the house and make them come alive. In this case, a huge bear skin. And it's good foreshadowing too. So it's pretty clear when they're talking about this bear skin that something might happen with it, but maybe I'm an idiot. I actually didn't think it was going to come alive. I just thought she might hurt herself playing with its teeth, since he does a little scene where he kind of puts his hand right in the bear's mouth and then takes it out and messes with it that way. The mother was played by Marilyn Jones, who we saw in the episode Holly's House of the anthology show I covered previously, Monsters, with the same exact hair. I would notice that blowout anywhere. Seems as she quit acting in the early 90s. Susie was played by Jimmy Orr, who was in one episode of Tales from the Darkside. This one, that's it. Her parents pulled her out of the industry. Timothy Cartwright played the dad. He was in Thelma and Louise as Harlan, and The Hunt for Red October as Bill Steiner. Next up on our journey to review every single Tales from the Darkside is episode 11 of season 2, effect and cause. Thanks for watching, and check out our playlist for all episodes of Monsters, Fear Itself, Cowboy Bebop, and Tales from Darkside in order. Bye.
Still my heart don't keep on beating. You will know where I've been hiding. So be the one I need for a long time. Have an emotional stare of the wrong kind. Without that intention, got bands of aggression. It's so